crap. I don't remember my Heathertail design. Crap. Hold on. Okay, sorry y'all. I'm just getting my Heathertail design. Alright. Just gonna put her in the corner. Hi, Lucky. Chess? I know this. I like it in the corner. Why do I want it in the corner? I don't know. I just do. Hi, Thunder. Thunder, did you see my ships? Hey, what's the skull emoji for, Thunder? They weren't that bad. Come on. Thunderclaw, this is bullying, and it's not nice. What's the reason for the skull emoji, Thunderclaw? There was no need. They weren't bad. How dare you? I don't think they canonically interact, is the thing. Why was there need for a skull emoji? What warranted that? Thunderclaw, you said there was need for it. I didn't say you couldn't use it. I asked why. Welcome back. Well, what was the need, Thunderclaw? Answer my question! Stop dodging the question! Why is that a problem, Thunderclaw? That's not... There's nothing wrong with that ship. Come on. Oh, yo. I don't know if you saw my community post, but I got a new laptop. Not a new laptop. I got a laptop. I've never had a laptop before. I would show it to you, but it's really dark in my room because it's hot out, but I'm not opening the curtains because it's also hot inside. So, I don't think that made sense. Basically, it's really hot, so I have the lights off. So like the heat from the light, even though it's like 50 feet away from me, isn't gonna like touch me. And if I opened the curtains, which is what I usually do, because natural light is natural, um, it's gonna be hot out there. But you know what? I'm gonna show it to you anyway. You will deal with the darkness. Here it is. It's actually not as dark in here as I thought. It's like 103 degrees. Like, it's hot as hell. All the fans in our house are on. We have, like... natural light is natural. I know. Very wise. Oh, y'all. Oop. I accidentally paused the stream. Oopsie. Hold on. Sorry, I'm putting my pin in because I'm going to show you something. Pin is incorrect! What do you mean? Why is cap locks on? The hell? Hold on. It put cap lock on. Cap lock should not be on. My pin is not cap locked. No, what? Okay, there, I fixed it. Hold on. Let me really quickly turn off my cap lock, because that's a problem. Is it on, or... Yeah, what the hell? Why is it on? This is infuriating. Why? Why is cap lock on? How did this happen? Where is the cap lock key? I don't see it. When did I touch that? Excuse me while I suck. Oh my god, it X'd out of... Where's the cap lock key? Oh, I found it. There we go. Okay. Anyways, that aside. Hold on. Give me one more second, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. 1 second, everybody. 1 second. Hi, Aqua. No! Oh my god. This thing is not thinking correctly. Okay. As I was trying to show you, I have ClanGen! And guess what? It's like the, actual ClanGen, not the mobile version. It's gorgeous. Ignore my background. You don't see it. I'm realizing you can see my background. It's fine. Look at this little clan I have here. It's called Frost Clan. Excuse me, camera. It's called Frost Clan. It's beautiful. Look, the cats, they have the injured poses, and they have the conditions. When did you get kitten cough? And look, we have the newborns. Of course, it's called Frost Clan. Shut up! We have like the newborn kittens. We have mediators. Where's Bone Swirl? There's Bone Swirl. And this cat, this one right here. You know what she did? I'll just show you what she did. Look what she did. Oh wait, that's not the notes. Where are the notes? There they are. Look at all the things she's done. I noted them all down. She sucks. Worst cat ever. Anyways, let's get back on task here. Her name is Tabby, and she's the worst. She murdered my favorite character. So what? Here's why I wrote that she became a mediator for manipulation purposes. Right after she murders Prickle Freckle, the same moon, she changes her role to be a mediator. And like, hello, ma'am, you thought we wasn't gonna notice? She's like, yeah, no one's gonna notice if I commit a murder and then immediately become a mediator. I mean, no one knows she did the murder because the culprit was unknown, but hi, Astro. Also, y'all, fair warning, this is probably going to be a shorter live. Just saying in advance. Because I want to write Dashing Ashes. That's why. And as we've established, I can't write it on my phone because my phone sucks. And I still haven't figured out how to do screencast lives with my laptop, so hopefully I can get that figured out later today, and I can do a live later on my laptop. I want to write Dashing Ashes live so bad, because it's just so chaotic, and I love it so much. Hi, Hypo! Hypo, you missed it. I was just showcasing my new laptop. Alright, thank you, Thunderclaw. Hope that works. Y'all, I literally have been saving up since January to buy this thing, and it was only like $220. And while that is a decent chunk of money, I was expecting it to cost like $4,000 freaking dollars. Guys, now I'm not broke anymore, and I can finally buy the new Warrior Cats books. I have like $60 left over, from my savings, because I overestimated how much money I was gonna need. Hi, Turtle! Then again, I am planning on spending, like, all my money on the Percy Jackson books, so, maybe I won't get the new Warrior Cats books. Who knows? Hi, Former Snack. Oh, I got the first graphic novel yesterday. When I was setting up my laptop, you know how, like, new devices, like, they have all those updates? I was I was reading the new not the new graphic novel, but the first graphic novel that I got. I was reading that while it was updating. I think I got like 80 pages in. I was just reminded that I have the Heather Breeze video to make today. It's Monday! I have so many things to do. It's Monday. Monday is the worst day of the week because there's always something terrible going on. Beware of Mondays. Remember how in Blue Star's Prophecy they tried to say that Patchpelt and Halftail were the same cat? I'm still very pissed off about that mistake. Because how do you do that? How do you fuck up that badly? What have you been thinking about, Lunar? Nice. We all hate Mondays! Mondays suck! Dude, no one wants to change your mind. Warrior Cats isn't really that good, to be honest. Why do you think I have so many AUs? Because the canon, horrid. So stupid. Fuck you, Whitetail. Fuck you, One Star. I'm sorry, those are the two cats on my mind right now because of this drawing. Like, yes, Smoke was a bit of an asshole for teaching Darktail to hate the clans, but can you blame the woman? Me and Ash were making long tail AU memes last night. Fun fact. It was mostly about him being the best wingman in the world for all his friends. What friends? No, that's not important. Dawn of the Clans is actually really good because they act like actual cats. And even though they're complete dickheads about it, it makes sense that they're being little cat assholes. Also, I may be biased here, but Clear Sky's like the best character in that arc. Like, he sucks as a person, but as a character, I freaking love him. Yeah, Starflower sucks. There were so many different directions they could have gone with Starflower, and they just made her into a mother. Like, why? She can be a badass and a mother, you know. They tried to act like she was still a badass, but she wasn't. Like, Starflower would have at least tried kicking Slash's ass when she was being kidnapped. Like, it wouldn't have been very smart. But since when was Starflower that smart? She's cunning, she's manipulative, but that doesn't make her smart. I mean, yes, I love Greywing. He's, like, my favorite character as a person. My favorite character out of that arc is Clear Sky, which may confuse you if you look at my favorites rankings, considering, I think, they're in my description, in the right order. Nope, wrong thing. Hold on. My favorites rankings go, yeah, my favorite rankings go, yeah, Snake is before Clear Sky in my favorites rankings, even though technically Clear Sky is more favorited than him. I don't know. Yeah. I don't like Tall Shadow that much. Correction, I don't like Tall Shadow that much in Shadow Star's life. She just feels so different from the actual... Same thing with River Star's home! River Star's home is not canon, I will die on that hill. Why is he acting like that? Same, Hypo, same. I have a Cinderpaw AU where he's kind of antagonistic because in that AU she becomes a warrior and he's like, Cinderpaw, you can't be a warrior. She's like, bitch, I am literally a warrior right now. I have a warrior name. This is why I don't hang out with you. This is why I hang out with the stupid Tail Brigade. He is super chill, and Riverstar's homie's so far from chill. I don't understand. Like, Firestar is the prophecy cat. Big whoop. There are prophecies about everybody at this point. Tiger Star has a prophecy about him, which, speaking of, I think, it takes away from Tiger Star's character that there was a prophecy about him being evil. It makes him so much more compelling if he just chose to be evil because he's a selfish fucking person. Same thing with Broken Star. There should not be prophecies about villains being evil because it takes away from them. It takes away their free will. Like, why are we blaming Broken Star and Tiger Star for all their actions when they were destined to be evil? That seems like StarClan's fault. StarClan, why are you why are you damning kids to evilness? Why are you... I can't figure out my wording. Help. I think my point got across, though. It's fine. But seriously, surely if there was a prophecy about Broken Tail being evil, why after he fulfilled the prophecy would he still be evil? Surely that makes no sense. Because surely he was basically being forced to do the evil actions if there was a prophecy about it. And we all know prophecies must be fulfilled. Why are we blaming this poor man for having a prophecy? Maple Shade is the best villain because she doesn't have a goddamn prophecy about her. She has all the free will. Darktail's my favorite villain, but Smoke manipulated him into hating the clans, so that takes down some of his free will points. Same thing with Hawkfrost. Why is no one talking about the fact that Hawkfrost was basically manipulated into being evil? Again, why are we blaming all these cats for manipulation? Ashfar's good, although I feel like in The Power of Three, he didn't really act that like evil. Like they tried to do a plot twist with him being evil, but like, well, not a plot twist. They were like hinting at it, but he never did anything evil. He was existing, and Brambleclaw was like, "Oh, there's some cats in this clan I don't trust," and Lion Paw's like, "Who? Who could it be?" And Ashfar's just sitting over there doing nothing. Hi, Ash. Ash Storm, rather. Nice. I hate, again, they gave Scourge a tragic-ass backstory. Why would you do that? Nah, Soul doesn't suck. He's just a whiny little bitch. Has anyone here read the Sky Clan mangas? He throws a temper tantrum. It's so funny. How am I supposed to take that man seriously when he's throwing a little temper tantrum? Soul isn't a one-book villain. He's, like, there a couple times. Yeah, he doesn't show up that much, but he shows up in, like, 4 different books, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's 3. Because he shows up, in The Forgotten Warrior and causes problems there. Yeah, Soul isn't really, I choose to believe that it wasn't that tragic and he overhyped it. I choose to believe that Cinders just gave him away because she couldn't take care of him. Think about it. If Cinders is such a shitty parent, why would she do such a caring thing and specifically leave her kids with 2 legs so that they would be taken in? Like, sure, it seems pretty asshole-ish to just abandon your kids, but what choice did she have? Her husband left her. Was she just gonna let her kids starve? Yeah, I choose to believe that. You know how they're like, oh, the pines darken their hearts. It's xenophobia. Like, genuinely, Shadow Clan, they didn't really do that much wrong. What gave them that reputation? Because it wasn't Broken Star. That was their reputation before Broken Star. Shadowstar, what did you do to get your clan this reputation, girl? Was it Sky Clan? Did Sky Clan start spreading rumors about Shadow Clan? Sky Star? That's my headcanon now, and you can't stop me. Ripple Star. I mean, yeah, but I think my headcanon is funnier. Skystar just like, guys, I know you hate us, but it's actually Shadow Clan. Like, that's why they live in the pines. Because they're dark. He would act like, why is that so in character for him to do? He'd just be like, guys, it's Shadow Clan. It's not Sky Clan, okay? We never did anything wrong. I think Darkstripe is also... No, I think, if they wanted to give Darkstripe a tragic backstory, they could have. Because, here's the thing. Everyone ships Darkstripe and Tigerstar. But they forget that they're mentor and apprentice. So, if anyone wants to make a Darkstripe AU, think about that. Think about that. I mean, he tried to poison her, and actually, Hypo, do you know how manipulation works, Hypo? Also, Sorrel Kit, okay, so, if you wanted to, okay, so, this isn't like a headcanon I have, it's like, if you wanted to make an AU where, like, Darkstripe was manipulated by Tigerstar, maybe he poisoned Sorrel Kit because he wanted her to survive. Like, this isn't my headcanon or anything, this is, like, AU idea over here, because I love making AUs. But, like, he wanted her to have a chance at surviving. So, like, he poisoned her because, there's a chance she could, like, be cured of the poison. There's an AU idea for you all. Thank you. And she did survive, so. You know what? I'm adding that to a list of my AU lore, actually. What AU has this lore? The Cinderpaw one. Hi! The Cinderpaw AU I was talking about, that's some lore for it now. Actually, I'm realizing that works perfectly. That works extremely well. Okay, sorry, I'm over here, AU-ifying stuff. It's fine. Yes, exactly. That's why I have an AU where her name is Cindershine, and her leg gets amputated. Cause you know how her leg gives her like pain and stuff. Her friend's like, yeah, maybe amputate it. And Yellowfang's like, you know what? You may be stupid, but I agree. And so they amputate it, and she's like Deadfoot then, basically, cause her hind leg isn't like gone. It's like gone, and it's not giving her any pain. And she becomes a warrior, but Fireheart's constantly like, hey, you can't be a warrior, Cinderpaw. And she's like, I am a grown adult. Shut up. I have beef with Fireheart, so I decided to make him extremely annoying. I'm drawing something for my AU. My favorite villain is Darkstripe. Not Darkstripe. Fuck. Darktail! Hypo got me thinking about the stripy boy. He really is. He treats Cinderpaw so terribly if you think about it. Like, they didn't even try to let her be a warrior. They're just like, oh, your leg's a problem? Well, no more warriorship. There was no test. There was no seeing that she couldn't be because of her leg. No. Darktail is not an edgy name. What are we on about? Hypo, what is your definition of edgy? I'm pretty sure Nightstar was like goaded into it by his clan, because not many Shadow Clan cats wanted Wind Clan, and Nightstar, he doesn't have 9 lives. So to me that reads as just him like wanting to prove to his clan, but making a bad decision while doing it. Heathertail's so floofy. Yes, Tangle. I was just Remember how I said I was talking to Ash last night about dumb Longtail I use? We brought up Tangleburn. I can't remember why. I don't think so. I mean, here it doesn't say if she's in Star Clan or not. But she's not mentioned as being in the Dark Forest, like, during Omen of the Stars, so I'm assuming she went to Star Clan. Maybe, I don't know. So did Blackfoot and, what's his name? That other one. Well, Clawface did too, but Clawface... Who the fuck knows where Clawface went? He's not in the Dark Forest! Or at least he's not mentioned in the Dark Forest. And in Tiger Claw's Fury, Clawface is mentioned there. Why is he there? He fucking died! He was resurrected for one book. Oh, he is? I must have missed it. Well, hey, at least they remembered him. Well, I mean, yes, of course he went to the Dark Forest. But I'm just saying he wasn't mentioned during Omen of the Stars, which was weird. Because surely he would be there. Like, he killed Spotted Leaf. Surely that's power, right? I don't see why she would be in the Dark Forest. Like, because after following Broken Star, she rejoined Shadow Clan. And during Tiger Claw's Fury, she was, like, one of the nicer cats. It would make sense if Jagged Tooth went to the Dark Forest. He was an ass. Although Jagged Tooth got kind of screwed over, he ripped out his own claw in loyalty to Tiger Star, and then Tiger Star repaid him by disrespecting his ass. I think, once again, the authors just forgot. Or they didn't care. Either one's really possible. Sometimes I think they don't forget, they just don't care enough. Yeah, poor Shrewtooth. I think the last time he showed up was in the Sky Clan manga. I mean, in the Sky Clan manga, he did, like, an important role of, like, stopping, Soul. Well, not stopping Soul, but, like, discovering Soul stole the kittens. Justice for Shrewtooth. Hi, Echo. I'm tempted to check this notification. Kitty! Stormheart. You know, I actually think I recognize that name. Hold on. Yes, I do! Leaf Star's one baby. She died of the mysterious sickness, right? During SkyClan, not SkyClan, during Hawkwing's journey. Alright, I've fulfilled my remembered random background character quota for the day. Did she? No, that was not Stormheart, was it? Well, that was a Tom, I think. Oh, she was killed in battle. So then who am I thinking of? Firefern! Firefern's the one that died of the sickness. I knew it was fire. I don't know. My brain was not working because I'm like, yeah, wasn't it a cat with fire prefix? It was. I'm not going crazy. Why are you capitalizing just the fire? It's not Stormfern, Thunder. Thunder has misunderstood the point of the capitalization of name correction. Thunder does not realize that "'cause I can" is an invalid excuse. You were just saying that Stripes was your favorite character. Are you being sarcastic now, or were you being sarcastic then? Lily realizes that Thunder saying that Thunder doesn't give a fuck is a stupid excuse. As I just said. Reasoning. Alright. I hate that sometimes I just randomly go silent because my brain is busy processing. Like, I'll be saying, like, a whole-ass paragraph, or, like, a whole-ass essay, and then I have to give myself time to... Thunderclaw doesn't realize that saying, "I don't give a fuck," is, proof that you do give a fuck. Because if you really didn't give a fuck, why would you feel the need to let everyone know how much you didn't care? The same person. What conspiracy theory bullshit is this? I'm not that mentally ill that I have an imaginary friend. It took me like a year. I don't know anymore. That's the correct response. We have angry Heathertail in this drawing. She's pissed. Angry. Thunderclaw, you would be the imaginary friend. Because I'm the one who's controlling the live. So you would be the imaginary friend since you're in the chat. I'm saying this like it even matters. Like, Thunderclaw is real. We've heard her voice. Alright, what is it, Iris? Yes! Thunderclaw! That's what I'm saying! Oh my god. Girl, if there was an imaginary friend in this context, it would be you. If there was an imaginary friend, it would be you, because I was like on a different device and using the chat or something, which I don't even think I can do. Because I mean, my laptop, you would hear me clickety clacking away, and I also just got that. And I don't even know where my old phone is right now, so. Former Snack, that would mean that you're not real. It's all an illusion. Guys, can we not conspiracy theory, okay? Conspiracy theories are conspiratorial. Iris, okay, that's beautiful, Iris. I'm gonna just pretend I didn't see that and continue on with my life. Thunderclaw's not scary, you're just ugly. How does that make sense? I don't know. Yes, former Snack, you are real. Really judgmental. I say this with absolutely no basis. I just feel like if you read my AUs, you would judge me, so I'm glad you don't. Unless you do, and you've been secretly judging me this whole time. Hi, Paper! You know what, I would actually not be surprised if former Snack has just been secretly judging me this entire time. Conspiracy theories are conspiratorial, people! I have many cursed ships. May I say some of these cursed ships, or will you yell at me? Well, now, Thunderclaw, I'm definitely gonna do it. Thunderclaw. What ships haunt you at night? I have never said a ship that should haunt you at night. Like, if you're talking about other people's ships, fine, but I'm not other people. Don't say what! You don't even know what the ship is! First of all, that one is cursed for reasons. And also, in every AU where that is, it's not cursed, so shush. Second, I'm not even close to saying that one. Yeah, bye, Iris! Is it really a /J, former Snack? It would make sense if you did ship them. It kind of reads like Darktail had like a crush on Hawkwing or something, and it would not surprise me at all if he did. does that ship haunt you? It's not that bad. I have so many worse ships. Like Frost Sky. Frost Sky is cursed for a myriad of reasons. One of those reasons being that Clear Sky literally caused that man's death. Other cursed ships include Mouse Flower. What is that? It's Mousy X Starflower. Who would ever ship them? Me. 'Cause I'm insane. Also, anything is better than Skyflower, so... Well, not anything. Almost anything. Bye. Oh no! Please kill that. They never interact in canon though, Thunder. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to worry about people shipping them. It's okay. In canon? Maybe former Snack. But as I've said before, all I can think of is Dashing Ashes, where that ship needs to be burned! Stab it! Kill it! I don't know! Throw it out the window! Please do not ship Thunder with his adopted father in Dashing Ashes. Please only do this in a canonical context. Thank you. Who? Am I dumb? Is that a word that you're saying, or is that a name? That looks like a word. Y'all, after I finish rendering Heathertail, I'm probably gonna end this stream. Cause yeah. Skywatcher X Firestar. That is an old man and a young man. However, I can't be talking because I made a certain AU where a cat who's like older than the goddamn trees or whatever is with a cat who's like 3 years old. And if you know which cat is older than the goddamn trees, I applaud you. And speaking of in that AU, I mean, he's like 4 years old. Either way. In that AU, it's not really that weird. Because, I mean, one cat is in a position of power, and the other one just isn't, so, eh. Age gaps are only weird if it's a child, or, well, not a child. If it's like a baby adult, like an 18-year-old or whatever, and like a grown-ass man. If it's like a 30-year-old and an 80-year-old, no one should give a shit. That's a 30-year-old. They've had 5 years of a fully developed prefrontal cortex. If they want to do stupid things, they may do the stupid things. The first one is good. Kill the second one, former Snack. You think you know? Really, Thunder? Who is it? I mean, former Snack, I know you're probably joking, but that's actually a solid choice right there. You need to use all your brain cells to figure out which cat is older than the goddamn trees. Okay. Speaking of In Dashing Ashes, I just gave away the arc. Oh well. In Dashing Ashes, there's that line, except it's a different cat. And her brother's like, girl, shut the fuck up. I was there. Yeah, it's One Eye. Cause, I don't remember when he says it, but he's like, when I was young, these trees were mere saplings. In Dashing Ashes, that's, No Tail who says that. She's like, you know, when I was young, these trees were saplings. And I was like, no, they weren't. Shut the fuck up. You're pissing me off. You do that by just existing because you're a bitch, but... Beetle X Snake. You know what? Solid. However, once again, it's ruined by Dashing Ashes. Because that's his fucking child. So that's Snake's little baby boy. I'm realizing a lot of ships people could make are, like, family-ized in Dashing Ashes, and I just find that funny. Enemies to lovers or lovers to enemies? That's the real question, former Snack. Frog Leap and Leopard Star is fine. It's fine. It's not good. It's fine. No! Okay, No Tail is Arrowace and an old ass woman. Stop. Bye, Ash Storm. That's incest, former Snack. I do believe. That is a little bit of incest you have there. And what is my one rule when you ship characters, former Snack? If you want to incest ship your OCs, fine. I don't have to look at it knowing it's incest unless you explicitly say it. No shipping canonical incest. What did I just say? Hello? No shipping canonical incest! Former Snack cannot follow directions. Confirmed. Either former Snack left or is sitting in a corner to think about what he's done. It's probably more likely he left. Oh, you forgot. You know what? That is fair. Their relationship, is, like, never mentioned. No one ever is like, Darkstripe, how could you hurt your own sister? Nope. They just don't talk about it. Thank you. You know, maybe that's why Darkstripe became evil. His mama never loved him. Former Snack, I can't really say anything about that because it's technically canon. She had a crush on him. That is self-zest right there. How did we get here? Fun fact, Heathertail is very heathery. In fact, she's a Heatherly Heather who is Heather. What part of no incest doesn't register in your little brain? Former Stick, I'm sorry for calling your brain little. I know that that's a compliment. I'm sorry, that was actually mean. I try not to be mean because so many people don't understand my sarcasm. There's one certain person who I won't mention. We used to be like really good friends. And then she got pissed because of how I quote unquote treated people who were people that we bullied back and forth, by the way. You know how I banter with you guys? Yeah, she was mad at my bantering. And I will not forget that because genuinely, how do you not understand bantering? I tried explaining that and she said I was still being rude. I'm like, no, because, like, we're, like, bantering back and forth. Half the time, usually it's Snowy. Snowy and I would, like, banter and, like, we would just have a bunch of fun. And that was apparently a problem for her because she doesn't like that. And I'm like, well, I don't banter with you, so why does it matter? Wait, Storm X Tiger Start. Like, I'm not going to say that it's bad. I'm just going to say it's questionable. I feel like the books were trying to sibling coat them. Sibling coat! Don't you just hate it when the authors sibling coat? Y'all remember when people used to ship Blue Star and White Storm until it was found out that they're related? Oh no. Did you tell Echo Frost that they were related? Jake X Shrew-Claw. They didn't interact, but why Echo Song X Echo Song X Echo Song X Freckle Wish? Why them? Leaf Star's right there. Yeah, I hate how Stormford's crush is just completely forgotten. Everyone just casually forgets that he literally had a crush on her for like 4 chapters. Continuing the lineage of mentor-apprentice shipping, I see. Hello. Former Snack, sometimes I can't tell when you're joking, and that scares me. Like, I know that you're usually joking, but, like, still. Wait, Clocks, white throat. Heather Tail looks like she's about to fight, about to kill. Murder's about to be committed today. Why? Why Raven X Tiger? Well, I mean, in the AU where this is, Darktail has a couple of lines where he looks murderous. Makes sense, they're related. I guess the murderous gene belongs to 1 star. Probably. Ant Pell X Ivy Pool. Firestar X himself. You know what? That one's solid. I love how in the reference image I'm using for Heathertail's design, she looks so cute, and in the one I'm drawing, she's angered. Leafstar X Sandstorm. Good! Get Sandstorm away from stupid Fireheart. Okay, now I'm thinking of an AU where she joins, joins the new Sky Clan, and then finds out she's pregnant with Firestar's babies, and she and Leafstar just never tell him this. Billy Storm is a good boy! How dare you! Billy Storm deserves happiness. He doesn't have to be shipped with Leafstar to get happiness. You know what? Fine, we'll just polycule it. Sandstorm, Leafstar, and Billy Storm. Beautiful. No! Former snack. You reminded me of a. I found a Warrior Cats fanfiction that had that shit, and I read it because I thought, you know what? How bad could it be? It's gonna be stupid. I want to make fun of it because of its stupidity. It was cursed. It was terrible. I hate it. I hate it so much. I regret all my life choices. Yes, I'm being for real. Hi. Like, burn it to the ground. Burn it. Kill it. Kill it. I'm forever scarred by that. Curse you, person who wrote it, whose name I don't even remember. And you can't say, well, what if they were making a dumb joke with writing it? It was very well written. It didn't read like it was a dumb little crack fic. I'm scared. I think that person actually shipped that, and that scares me. Hi. Okay, but a lot of White Storm and Blue Star content was made before Blue Star's Prophecy came out. So, like, I'm fine with White Storm and Blue Star if it's older. Like, if someone made older content of it, I'm still going to appreciate the content. Because a lot of people didn't expect them to become related. Needletail and Alderheart is pretty good. Although Alderheart and Velvet is, it's not better, but it's more canon. Because Needletail always had eyes for rain. Speaking of rain, we don't talk about my AUs where he's, a very strange being. Hi, Rye! Yeah. Does anyone fuzzball. Ren got no friends. Yeah, Ren got no friends. Ren got called out by Tulip in the Dark Forest AU. She's like, yeah, offense very much meant. You're not my friend. He's like, I have other friends. His boyfriend's like, darling, what friends? What friends, darling? You don't got none. And then Ren bangs his head on a tree. No! Fuzzball's adorable! I loved him! It was so funny to see, Jay Feather dealing with this annoying... Yeah, he is annoying. But this, like, just energetic bundle of fur. Thunderclaw, I already added the part where he banged his head on a tree. He banged his head on a tree, and Ivy Pool's like, okay, step away from the tree. Step away from the tree. Rain was embarrassed, so he smacked his head on a tree. That is not a very, good behavior. And he was very much scolded by his husband. He's like, Darktail's like, you do not hit your head on trees. What are you doing? What are we doing here? You have a very small brain, and it must be protected. What's your question? I'm realizing that for this drawing, the only one with whiskers is going to be one whisker. Because, in his little... Where's his sketch at? Yeah. He has a whisker. But I didn't give Heathertail whiskers. I just gave her whisker freckles. Hi! You forgot your question. It's okay, Thunderclaw. I'm ending, like, right after I do this. Also, Thunderclaw, after the live, want to go write our AU. It'll probably take me a couple minutes to get there, but anyway, thank you all for coming. I'll probably see you in like 7 hours or so when the next live. So